Hello. I just realised I'm kind of giving that exact same hello at the start of all of my streams. It's not intentional to like say a weird hello. Anyway, welcome to possibly the final progress update stream for the league. I've tried doing these weekly, um, and it has been about a week since I last did one of these streams. It's probably going to be a very short stream though. I'm not planning on streaming long because I literally just want to give a progress update. I don't really plan on doing anything at the moment. I'm just going to give a quick progress update. Someone made a forest campfire. I've been doing that with some of my stuff. So, I last week as I was finishing the stream, last week on stream we did we finished 300 Dagonoth Kings. We finished all the armors from the Waterworth Island dungeon. We also got Ranger Boots and we got 50 million Slayer XP and 100 superior encounters. In the time since then, what I have done is I have got 25 million mining XP. I did a bit of mining in the wilderness with my Echo Pickaxe. As you can see, I am a bush at the moment. Yeah, some funny comments from the Ring of Nature. Yeah, we got 25 million mining XP with the Echo Pickaxe in the wilderness since last stream. Probably should have gone somewhere a bit quieter rather than standing here as a bush. Okay. Yeah, we did that. We got the 25 million man XP. I will eventually get around to it, I promise. So we got 25 million man XP. We beat. I did the wilderness boss tasks. So I'd already done not Serac, Venenatis 300 times. Since then, I've also done Vetion 150 times, which is a task, and then 300 times, which is also a task. Same for Callisto. I did Callisto 150 times and then 300. I've done the 300 Duke kills task, Duke Sucellus. Unfortunately, Duke was kind of a dick. Let me show my collection log for Duke. So to make up for the fact that he dropped me the pet very early on, he only... This is basically what my collection log looked like when I was at 150 kills. My 150 kills, my collection log was 4 Virtus Masks, 2 pieces of the... that's the Vestige, sorry. Even only 1 Eye of the Duke. So it says 1 Eye of the Duke, but I actually got 2 pieces of the Soul Reaper Axe. We only have the Siren Staff and the Eye of the Duke. We don't have any more of the Soul Reaper Axe. I had this 150 kills as well. In the kills between 150 and 300, in the last 150 kills, he dropped me the Magus Ring again, and 3 Chromium Ingots. Which means that I must have rolled his unique table 6 times, and not a single one of those rolls landed on Virtus or Soul Reaper Axe, which is unfortunate. But it is what it is, I guess. It's not what I wanted. I was hoping to get more pieces of the Virtus set, but I mean, to be fair to myself, as I said, I got the pet, which is super lucky. And in the last league, I didn't get a single duplicate piece of Virtus from Leviathan or from Duke, because last league I had Desert as well, so I had Leviathan. I got all 3 pieces of the Virtus Robe armor relatively painlessly. I didn't get the Soul Reaper Axe last league either, but it's fine. Yeah, I got a little bit unlucky with these. I don't even know what the drop rate is like in terms of like whether I should be expected to get full. Let me check. How were we for drop rate on Duke? As far as like the Soul Reaper Axe is concerned, and the pieces of Virtus. Drops. So Mage's Vestige is supposed to be... Oh, it's 1 in 240. So yeah, we got... and so with the Leagues multiplier, that is 1 in 48. So we got that 6 times, which is exactly like what it should be if I got the average roll for the Mage's Vestige. I have the Duke is 1 in 720. That's the Soul Reaper Axe piece. So with the Leagues modifier, that puts it at 1 in 1 in 144. So I actually got the expected number of pieces of the Soul Reaper Axe. If I wanted the Soul Reaper Axe, I would just need to stay longer. And each individual Virtus piece is 1 in 400 or something like that. So I actually got way more of the Virtus Mask than you would expect for the number of Duke that I killed. Not that it matters, because any more than 1 Virtus Mask is more than I need. But yeah, it's not like I was below drop rate for the Duke drops. So it's fine, I guess. It's just annoying, because full Virtus is 400 points, so that would have been really good to get. We also... we did 300 Vorkath kills, which was real nice. Vorkath was very kind to me, because he did drop both the Dragonbone Necklace and the Skeletal Visage, which are both tasks. So that was really good, because we made a Dragonfire Ward out of the Visage. We didn't need... I did want to get the Draconic Visage as well, because that's 400 points for the task in total of making and then equipping the Draconic Visage, or the Dragonfire Shield even, sorry. So I don't have a Visage yet, still. Are Rune and Adamant Dragons in here? No, I didn't think they would be. Are they in here? Are they in here? I don't think they are. No. Miscellaneous? Oh, yeah, they are actually here. So although it doesn't say that I got a Dragon Metal Slice or a Dragon Metal Lump, what I also did after Vorkath is I went and killed a shitload of Rune Dragons. It wasn't a shitload, but how many was it that I killed? I killed, oh god, 800 Rune Dragons. Plus, one thing I did note is that this drop log... Oh, actually, no, it is all of the Rune Dragons that I killed, because all 6 of the Dragon Limbs are on here. Oh, I thought this 800 kill drop log did not include the Dragon Limbs, because I'm pretty sure that I killed like I don't know, 400 before for the Dragon Limbs, and this session of killing Rune Dragons was more than 400, so... but yeah, I was getting the Dragon Plate Body, that's what I was killing them for, and we did get it, so that was a task that we got. And there was also a task for equipping Full Dragon that we also got. And finally, the last thing that I did was I did the Corporeal Beast tasks. And Corporeal Beast, there was a task for 50, 150, and 250 kills. So I went all the way to 250 kills and was like, you know what, I'll get 250 kills, whatever he drops, that's just what I'm getting. I'm not going to kill him anymore after that. But he actually wasn't too bad for me. He was a little bit of a dickhead at first because he didn't drop any Spirit Shields for the first 150 kills. But then he did start dropping them. We got some more after that. And we could see from my log that he actually dropped me... Not only did he drop me enough Spirit Shields and Holy Elixirs to make all of the Spirit Shields that I need, he also dropped me both the Arcane and Spectral Sigils. Now, unfortunately, there is only one task for the Arcane and Spectral Spirit Shields. It's a task to equip either of them, and a separate task for the Elysian one. So we didn't get the Elysian Shield. That's still something we don't have, and it's not something I'm going to do because it's quite slow to kill Corp, because he's really tanky, and you can't Total Recall inside his lair for some reason. You can Total Recall, and it will take you to the entrance. Which is not ideal, because he spawns on the other side of the room. So you have to Total Recall back to the entrance, go in, run all the way across the room, spec him twice, Total Recall again, go back in, run all the way across the room. Or You can wait at the entrance and let him come to you, because he does sort of still aggro towards you. I did also get the pet, though, which is really cool, because I think last league, this was one of the rarest pets in the league. I don't know if it still is, because a lot more people took the wilderness this time than usually do. But this is a rare pet. Not many people have this, so it's pretty cool that I got this pet. And it also means that I pretty much tripled my pet count since last league's. If you go to my house, we should be able to see that I got, like, 8 pets. Wait, what? Oh, you can change... You can change this. I didn't make it into a corporeal critter. Cool. Okay. I actually prefer this. This looks cooler. Okay. That's an interaction, I suppose. But yeah, we got so many pets this league. We got the Callisto Cub, we got the Corporeal Critter, we got the Heron, that's new, we got the Bloodhound, we got the Baron. We already had the Tesseract Jad and the Beaver, and obviously the Pet Rock is the Pet Rock. So we only had 2 pets before, the Tesseract Jad and the Beaver. We got 5 pets this league. We got really lucky with the pets. And some really rare ones as well, like the Baron pet is another... I was looking on the stats for, I think I can't remember if it was last year's league or the league before. The rarest pets that people got in the last league were the Dark Core and the Baron. Those were literally the 2 rarest pets. So the fact that I got both of them this league, and I also got the Bloodhound, which is another pretty rare pet. I have some pretty rare pets on this account. Oh, it changes. The Dark Core alternates between Corporeal Beast and Dark. Where's the Dark Core gone? Where did it go? Is it supposed to be roaming somewhere? Whatever. Anyway. So that was the last thing that I did, is I did the Corporeal Beast kill count tasks, and then I did the, the task to equip the shields. And that was quite a lot of points. And actually, currently... I don't know what it is currently, but... So currently my rank in the league on points is 834th. So I am top 1000. My highest point... I did note it down in a channel somewhere, in a Discord channel. I was ranked 776 on points at my high point, I think. Well, that was the one that I wrote down. I think I might have at one point. No, I didn't write down my rank at any other point. But yeah, 776 is the highest rank that I have written down. So that sort of brings me to the question: what next? And why is this stream gonna be just a fairly quick one? And why am I not actually doing anything really this stream? So, I think I have few enough tasks left to do now that I don't feel bad about using this interface. Let's only show incomplete tasks. And only show regions that I have unlocked, please. So, what tasks do we have left? I'm going to cross-reference this against the wiki as well. We'll go through almost all the tasks that I have left. So, kill a Necromancer. I cannot do this task because it requires you to have either Kandarin, Kurend, or Asgarnia unlocked if you are lucky. It's preferably Kandarin or Kurend. Easy and medium Western Provinces Diary, we can't do that. You need to have Kandarin unlocked to do that. Morganiome's contracts. I can do this. I'm not going to because it's a waste of time because I already have 50 million construction XP and these take a bit of time. They're not that long, honestly. I could do 25 Mahogany Home contracts, but I don't need to. Forestry Basket will take a while because forestry. And I could do that, I guess, but I don't really feel the need to. I still have not received the Maze Random event, which is kind of wacky. 49% of the people who have the WikiSync plugin enabled have this task done. So like 50% almost. I do not have it. Hill Giant Club and Briar Fighter staff. I could do these. Maybe if I was going to try and do as many tasks remaining as I could that aren't too distasteful, I'd probably do these. Because these shouldn't be that long to farm. But I don't really want to do them particularly, so I'm not going to. I mean, if I keep playing, maybe I will. Here's the thing. I'm getting to the point where I'm asking myself, is there really much point in me doing any more tasks? And that's why this is probably the final League stream. Not because I don't like playing the League anymore, it's because I guess I'm starting to get a little bit burnt out just playing constantly, and a lot of the tasks that I need to do are going to be requiring me to pay a bit of attention. And I'm already Dragon Rank, I'm top 1000. Even if I don't finish top 1000, that's still fine. Like, what does it matter? I've got a lot of points to spend on the main account to buy League stuff from the shop if I need to. I don't really need to keep playing. And the tasks that I have left, none of them are like, well, there are a lot of them that aren't like really horrible or anything like that. But there are also a lot of them that take time that I just don't really need to be spending. So I don't think I'm going to be playing much of the League over the next few weeks before it ends. I believe it is this. I did note on my stream, it should be the start of week 6, I believe. So yeah, we've got 3 more weeks that we can play. We're only I guess 62.5% done with the League in terms of time, because we've had 5 weeks. The League is 8 weeks. There's still plenty more time to play, but I kind of want to do some other stuff instead of just playing the Leagues constantly during my spare time. So that's why I don't think I'm going to do a lot of these tasks. These 2 I could do. These Hill Giant Club and Briar Fighter staff, I don't need these items. They don't really add to my League's experience. It's just getting points for the sake of getting points, which a lot of the stuff that I've been doing so far is getting points for the sake of getting points. But these are really easy bosses as well for the level that I'm at right now. I can demolish these bosses in a matter of seconds. Western Provinces Diary, again, can't do. Mahogany Homes, same story as 25 Mahogany Homes. 10 Muddy Chests, we can do this. But again, it's kind of like Briar Fighter staff and Hill Giant Club. I don't really see the point of doing it. Black Dragon Hand Shield can't do this. You need red. You need redwood logs for this, which requires either Mauritania or Kurand. So I can't do that. Two-handed axe, same story as the forestry basket. Obtain a kebab from the Serta Brothers. This goes in the same pile as the maze random event. I haven't had this happen yet, which is unfortunate. And then that's all of the easy, medium, and hard tasks. Now we're on to elite tasks already. These are the only easy, medium, and hard tasks I haven't done. And we could do those, but I want most of those anyway. We just don't want to. So the next up we have Activate an Imbued Heart. We kind of discussed this last week. I have 50 million Slayer XP. I have the task to kill 100 superiors. You can actually check somewhere in this interface. I don't think superiors kill is in here, but it is. Wait, why is my Eternal Slayer gem? Where is my Eternal Slayer ring? Where did I put that? I have one. That's not it. Where is my Eternal Slayer ring? I put it in jewelry? I've never had an Eternal Slayer ring on my main account, so I don't know where I would put it. Most of the stuff I know where it is because I know where I would have it if it was my main account, but whatever. We could just use my enchanted gem for what I have in mind here. We have killed 101 superior creatures. Now, I don't know. I can't really get a gauge for exactly how many of each superior creature that I've killed. But we can guess, because I've killed 1,300 Abyssal Demons, 1,400 Necreales. We ended up killing 2,350 Revenants before we got the Thamron Scepter. And we killed Jellies and Dust Devils as well, I think. We killed 200 Kurasks, 373 Jellies. More fossil iron wyverns than I remembered. 1,000 dust devils. So that gives you an idea for which superiors I've probably been killing. 400 basilisk knights. Gives you an idea for which superiors I've been killing. Abyssal demons and necroales have a good chance to drop the imbued heart. Well, I say good chance. I think it's like 1 in 400 for necroales and 1 in 350 for abyssal demons. Let me check. Greater Abyssal Demon, 1 in 352. Yeah, I was right, 1 in 350. Necryarch, 1 in 450. So yeah, if we were to kill only a Greater Abyssal Demons and only Necryarchs and no other Superior Slayer monsters, we would be over the drop rate for the Imbued Heart, which is unfortunate. As a matter of fact, we have also killed a number of Choke Devils, which is the Dust Devil Superior, which is a 1 in 680 drop of chance of dropping the Imbued Heart. And these are all divided by 5 because of the Leagues multiplier. So Greater Abyssal Demon is actually a 1 in 70. Necryarch is actually a 1 in 88. Choke Devil is a 1 in 136. And we've also killed some Basilisk Sentinels, which are 1 in 760 base, which would mean in Leagues it is 1 in 152. Vitreous Jelly is a 1 in 872 base, which means in Leagues it's 1 in 174. So we are probably roundabout, roughly speaking, on drop rate for the Imbued Heart. Like, we have probably killed roughly enough superiors that we should have had. You would expect me to have had it by now. I'm not going to say should have had it, because that's not how statistics work. You would expect that I would have had it by now. But I can't be sure about that, because I don't know exactly what the distribution is of superiors that I've killed. But that's what you would guess, roughly speaking. So not having had it yet is a little bit unfortunate, but it's fine. The big disaster of not having an Imbued Heart, if we scroll a bit further down, is there is a task to create a Saturated Heart in Frem Tirannwn, which I could do if I had the Imbued Heart. So that's kind of sad that I didn't get the Imbued Heart, because that's basically... It's not 200 points that I'm missing, it's 600 points. I mentioned I didn't get the full Virtus, so that's... I didn't get either of the Frem Tirannwn Master Combat tasks, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. 75 Master Clue Scrolls. I could do that. I have like enough elites and hards that I could definitely get. Well, not definitely, but most likely get... I would need 44 more Master Scroll boxes, unless I end up getting a set that I have to drop for some reason. I could get those, probably. But, again, Elite Clues especially are really annoying, because there are several Elite Clue tasks that you can't just teleport to and do immediately. You have to, like... There's, like, kill a Green Dragon, or kill a Basilisk, or kill a Spiritual Mage. It's like, why? Why are you making me do this? I can't just teleport directly to these tasks with the Clue Compass. So yeah, that's annoying. And I wasn't planning on getting that task. We also then have a bunch of 25 million tasks. There are some of these that we can do. We are quite close to 25 million agility, relatively speaking. I got quite a lot of agility from running across the Corporeal Beast's room. We could do thieving. We can train thieving very quickly in the wilderness. We have the resources for crafting in our bank. We have the resources for 50 million fletching in our bank. We could do hunter quite easily. We have black chins in the wilderness available. 25 million smithing. I actually made the discovery on watching one of Solo Mission's streams. Not streams, one of Solo Mission's videos. That, why am I in my bank? The max cape. Because it's a smithing cape, it counts as goldsmithing gauntlets. So even though I don't have desert access, I do have access to the goldsmithing gauntlets. I have 23,000 gold ores. So I definitely have, with the 16 times multiplier, I have 29 million experience worth of gold ores. So I can pretty much definitely get... sorry, no, that's not right. I have 21 million experience worth of gold ores. So I could definitely get the 35 million experience task. I can probably get the... if I really want to, I can get the 50 million task as well. I might get 35 million with the gold ores, just passively just by going to, just not by going to Blast Furnace, by going to like here's my that's the Ring of Wealth. I thought that was my Slayer Ring. I got distracted there. Yeah, tab 1. Why did I see this? Oh, it's fucking right there. I thought this was a Ring of Dueling. That's why I didn't see it. I should have known it was right next to the Slayer Ring. Anyway, I can definitely get this if I want to. And I can also like do the mining, 25 million mining task with my Echo Pickaxe and get enough rune bars to get even more smithing experience. So we could definitely get 50 million smithing XP very easily. Fishing is I can do it, but it'll take a while. Fire making, I have enough logs to get more than that much fire making. We have so much fire making XP worth of logs if we want to use them. The problem is, I would much rather burn them on campfires, which is going to be significantly less experience. I still have loads of mahogany logs, actually. I didn't realize I still had quite that many. I thought I burned them all already. We have like, if we burn these on campfires, this is 3 million. This is 10 million. This is 13 million. So we absolutely have enough logs for 50 million fire making, even if I just do it passively, actually, even if I just do it on campfires, probably. Wood cutting, I could do it. It'll take a bit of time. And I've got all the other 25 millions, apparently. That's not true, though, because I don't have 25 million rune crafting. Oh, no, that's it. Yeah, that's not happening. Not happening. Agility, yeah, we're close to agility. I don't have enough for Herblore. If I go to the banked experience plugin and do Herblore, it says that I have enough for 20 million experience. That's not entirely accurate, because let me just check a few things here. If I change this to Sourdough and Brews instead of Agility Potions, because I can't do Agility Potions because I need Frog's Leg for those, and those are very slow to get. I'd rather do Bird's Nests, even though they're also slow to get. We have enough, we have a lot of Sourdough and Brews potentially, and if I make my Avanto Potions into Super Energy Potions, then my Amylase Crystals can become Stamina Potions. Marks of Grace do not convert to Amylase Crystals, so that's wrong. We've also got. We can also make. We can get some more lava scale shards to make some more extended antifiers to maximize the amount of potions we can make, and we can turn our antidote pluses that we have. We've got 100 of them. We can use Zulrus scales to turn those into antivenoms, which isn't accounted for in this this plugin. But yeah, it says we can end up with 22 million, so we can't get 25 million tasks. And even then, bear in mind, I have got so many like mismatches between herbs and secondaries, because I've got 4,500 red spider's eggs, but only 500 snapdragons to use them with. And I have got 900 toad flax, but only 300 bird's nest. 900 Rise of Zamarax, only 300 dwarf weeds. So I'm going to run out of one of these at some point. So it's a bit misleading for this to show that I have, I can get up to 22 million in Herblore XP, because I can't really, I need to get a bunch of secondaries. Oh, and Ranars as well. Let's not forget about Ranars. I've got 600 Ranar weeds, 14 Snapegrass. I can't actually make prayer potions out of these Ranar weeds. I need to go around grabbing Snapegrass from somewhere, or like kill an enemy that drops them or something. 2,600 Mortmire funguses, not enough Avantos to use them with. We can also get stuff from Kingdom. We can get a bunch of herb resources from Miscellanea, but I don't need to. And I don't think it's going to get me to enough experience. 1 second, actually. Let me just check. Antidimes? Yeah, antifires. So that we can sort of cycle it into extend antifires and super antifires. So you do also have still, which doesn't show in the tab, I did crush some superior dragon bones. And I have a bunch more superior dragon bones I can crush as well to make into into super antifires. Crystal dust doesn't really count, that's almost no XP. But anyway. So we also have DFS. I mentioned that I didn't have this yet. This is something that I did have a plan of what I was going to do for the rest of the league. I was planning on grinding the Dragonfire Shield. I was going to go and kill the Kingbot Dragon for this, because I can kill a Kingbot Dragon very quickly, and he is the highest drop rate for the Dragonfire Shield among all enemies. But But at this point, I'm not sure if I will, because as I said, I kind of want to do stuff other than Leagues in my spare time now. Maybe if I decide to do a bit more Leagues, I will grind the Dragonfire Shields, but other than that. Ancient Wyvern Shield I'm probably not going to bother with. It takes too long. Abyssal Bludgeon, I've mentioned before, we killed 300 Sire. He didn't drop me a single Bludgeon piece. He only dropped me 6 unsired after 300 kills, which is very below drop rate. He's expected to drop you about, I think, 15 in 300 kills in the league, unsired. So 6 only is very low rate, and none of the unsired gave me a bludgeon. I actually got 4 jars of the jar drop from the sire, the unsired, so that was kind of annoying. This is another one that I was planning to do. I was, in my plan to finish the leagues, I was planning on doing the Corrupted Gauntlet 150 times, because I can do the Echo Boss for that. And I didn't do the Echo Boss all that much, honestly. Dragonstone Armor Set, I still haven't got this. Vorkath, when I was killing him, did drop me 5 Tooth Halves of keys in his last 100 kills, so that was actually really appreciated, but I still did not get a piece of the Dragonstone Armor Set from the chest, which, on checking, I actually checked the drop rates for it. It's like 1 in 100, even with the Leagues modifier, to get a piece of the Dragonstone Armor Set, so it's not that unusual that I did not get one. I've actually got quite lucky in Leagues 2 to get a piece of this very early. Inferno kill counts, I didn't want to do these. I can do the Inferno 5 or 10 times, it's not a problem, but I would feel bad doing it in the league because I would just be abusing Last Stand, and I'm not actually learning the Inferno, so I don't want to try doing that. I'd rather learn the Inferno and then feel like I'm doing it properly. Can't do this because you need Kandarin. Infernal Tool, I can technically do this because I do have Hellhounds in the Wilderness. However, the drop rate of the Smouldering Stone is only boosted if you have Asgarnia or Kandarin unlocked for some reason. It's not boosted in the Wilderness. So the drop rate that I'm looking at for this is like 1 in 16,000 or something. So no, fuck off. I'm not doing that. I don't think I can do this. I definitely can't do this. This was another task that I was going to just go and do. I wanted to do the Casey task for Musper and Corrupted Gauntlet. Musper is a bit less appealing because, although I can do it, for sure, it's not a boss that you can really use melee on. So I can't really use the Kapesh. I mean, I can, but I would have to switch to the crossbow. Because... And also, I discovered that when I was doing some testing, I did whip out the Kapesh, and I used Last Stand to get, like, Kapesh specs on the Musper. And basically kill it in the space of about 5 seconds. Except you can't actually kill the Musper in 5 seconds because it is hard-coded to stop taking damage once it reaches certain health thresholds. So I got it to the point where it did both of its phase transitions. And then it stopped taking damage. And I had to just wait. I was just watching a cutscene while it did its phase transitions. It did its like teleporty shadow attack, which I had to wait for that attack to finish. Then it did its second phase transition where it starts making the spikes move, although it can do those two in the other order. Then it went into the middle of the room and did its slam attack, and then I had the shield phase, which I had to whip out a crossbow for, and then I had to finish it off. And it was like, this boss does not let you kill it super fast. It's just not possible. So I can do 300 Musper kills. I don't really want to. I think I actually did. I did kill it several more times. Let me just check what my Musper kill count is. I think it's like 180 or something like that. Bosses. P. Where's P? Phantom Musper. 166. Okay, no, it wasn't quite as high as I thought. We did kill it 16 more times then since the last time you saw me do it. PB is 59 seconds. You can't really get any faster than this. I literally had a kill where I instantly reduced its health to like 10 with the Kapesh specials and with Last Stand, and it still took me a minute to kill it because you had to wait for all the cutscenes. So yeah, that was annoying. Which means that if my PB is a minute, and I need to kill it another 150 times, it's going to take a minimum of like 2.5 hours to actually get this task done. So I can certainly do the task. And the other benefit of doing that is, as I will show you, We mentioned the Soul Reaper X. Duke did not drop any more parts of it in his last 150 kills. But if we do kill Musper 300 times, we will probably get enough Ancient Brews to do this task. Task to make 50 Forgotten Brews. I have about 30 of these. Yeah, 32 Ancient Brews right now. You need 50 of them to make Forgotten Brews. And unfortunately, you need to have 3-dose or 4-dose potions for this task to work. It does not work with 1-dose or 2-dose. So I can't do it right now. I have to kill the Musper a bunch more times and get it to just drop Ancient Brews for me so that I can actually do that task. Which I'm not feeling... Which, again, if I do the Musper task 300 times, I will obviously do this one too. Can't do this. We don't have enough speed tasks that we can do. This isn't happening. This is probably not happening. This is definitely not happening. This I could do. This I think I can do. Yeah. So because I've got 3,000 diamonds, 4,000 diamonds almost 4,000, almost 3,000. Oh, sorry, over 2,500 rubies. I'm rounding it to the nearest 5,000 for all of these. I've also got a million flax that I can use. Where is this? Oh, it says I've got it says 14 million banked. Do I have 14 million banked? Where's this coming from? What the fuck? What just happened? Oh, okay. Most of this is coming from gems, actually. Yeah, 8 million of that's coming from gems. Making gems into gold jewelry. Which is kind of slow XP, honestly. Also, why would you make beer glasses with molten glass? Make the highest level thing you can make, light orbs. That's more XP. So we can get to like 37 million crafting experience. So we can do 35 million crafting. Fletching, we can get so much fletching XP. We apparently have up to 92 million fletching XP banked. Although that does change a lot if I change this maple logs to maple longbows. It actually goes up, so we can do like maple longbows, magic longbows. Oh, sorry, it's actually assuming that we're going to use our flax to make bowstrings, which is not going to happen. So it's giving us 12 million experience making magic longbows into magic longbow unstrungs into regular magic longbows, which is probably not happening. What if we do? So if we change this to arrow shaft, this goes down because it's not trying to. What if I do this? Yeah, this goes down too. But whatever. We have enough. Point is, we have easily enough stuff banked for 50 million fletching experience. The only thing is, we might not have enough banked for 50 million fletching and also 50 million fire making. I reckon we still do, probably, because broad arrowheads. Apparently we have 30 million worth of that banked. But, yeah, we can certainly do that. And I already have 20 million fletching XP. So that's something... One of the things that I was thinking of doing, as well as the kill count task for Musper and Corrupted Gauntlet, is I was thinking of just using whatever resources I have banked to get whatever XP tasks I can get. Hunter, we could do. Mining, I could do. Smithing, as mentioned, we have lots of gold ore. We could probably have enough 35 million smithing XP, along with if we try to mine some as well. Fishing, I could do. It'll take a while. Fishing is one of my slowest skills to train, unfortunately. Fire making, we can do. We've covered this. Woodcutting, I could do. Runecraft, not happening. Agility, oh, this is 50 million now. Same kind of story, really, for all of these. And then we go on to master tasks. Every completed god book, we could do this. Unfortunately, we don't have the strat of going to Entrana and opening chests to try and get pages. But we can still do this. I've got... let me check my collection log for pages. I think that we're still missing... We only have 2 complete god books, I think. Yeah, so we're missing 2 Saradomin pages, 1 Guthix page, 2 Bandos pages, 1 Ancient page. We have Saradomin and Zamorak complete. Wow, we actually just have most of the shared treasure trail rewards. Which you kind of expect, there's only pages missing. So yeah, we know that we can't equip all completed god books. We could do it, but it would probably take a bit of time because you're chasing a specific clue scroll reward, which is going to be annoying. We'd have to do easies for it, probably. It would be easiest way, would be the best way to get it. Inferno, again, as mentioned, I don't want to do the Inferno. If I want to do the Inferno, I want to learn it properly rather than brute forcing it with Last Stand. Elysian Spirit Shield, as mentioned, I don't want to farm a Corporeal Beast anymore because it is quite slow to farm. And this is a very rare drop. Can't do this. Mentioned this already. Duke did not drop any more Virtus pieces. Mentioned this already as well. Inferno combat achievements. I don't see myself doing these. Like, even if I was to try and do the Inferno, I don't think I would be able to do the combat achievements because one of them is do the Inferno and keep on 50 HP or more for the entire Inferno, which I don't think I would be able to do right now, even with Last Stand. I'd have to learn it before I can do this. I don't know if it is feasible for me to get this one. 750 collection log slots. I believe right now... Yeah, we have 580. And bear in mind that this is having done a lot of clues and got a lot of clue scroll collection log slots. I don't know how many more bosses I can do to get more collection log slots. I don't know what the strat would be there. So, yeah. Well, I've got quite a lot of easies that I don't actually have. Maybe I do more masters. Oh, this is master rare. I did get the third age rope top. That's cool. It's one of my favorite drops. I got this league. Third age drops should carry over between leagues, honestly. Oh, this is also an elite drop. We did also get a few pieces of gilded. We got gilded. We got full gilded, just not full not the same part of gilded. We can wear a dragonhide body, a legs, and a full helm. That's not really doesn't really count. Then the last few tasks that we haven't done yet. These I think I can do. The only one of these that I haven't done yet. I think there are two that I haven't done, I believe. For the for this. Yeah, there are two that I haven't done, and I know what they are. One of them is to do the triple Jads with different combat styles, which I can do quite easily. I can finish off the first two Jads with... I could the first one with range, second one with melee, and it might hit me a bit, but that's fine. It doesn't matter, because I'll kill it fast enough with the Pesh. And then the third one with mage. If I was to kill it with mage, I would probably be wearing a Virtus Mask, Dagenhai top, or third age top, and Dagenhai bottoms with the Trident of the Swamp. And we also have this I believe, yeah. Arcane Spirit Shield is better for me magic attack than the Dragonfire Ward. So that might be one of the rare cases where I actually unequip the Dragonfire Ward. If I were to try and do that. But yeah, we could do that. We can kill a Zook with a Jad in the Jad's challenge with Mage. We can do it. It's just gonna take a little bit. Mage is not very accurate against them because they have such a high magic level themselves. But we do have the 100 accuracy boost from just being in the leagues. And then finally, the special challenge. I don't see myself doing this. I'm not good enough at 6 Jads, let alone doing the challenge to get this. Oh, and the other combat achievement I don't have is the one for doing 5 Jads and 6 Jads in succession successfully. The not a fluke task. The timing of 5 and 6 Jads is very awkward for me because you can't change your prayer on sight. You have to wait. You have to, they attack, and then you have to wait before you set your prayer to their attack, because otherwise you get hit by the previous Jad. So, the timing for 5 and 6 Jads is kind of alien to me, and I would have to learn it. I can do it, but I'd have to learn it. I'd have to take some time. I'd have to have a bit of discipline. So those are the tasks that I haven't done. There's not very many, honestly, other than the million... Even if you discount the 25, 35, 50 million XP tasks, there really isn't that many tasks that I haven't done. And some of them I can't do. So that's kind of where I'm at. And as I said, what my original plan was going to be is what I was saying to myself is, I'll do the Musper 300 task. I'll do the Corrupted Gauntlet task to do it 150 times. Which I already have a head start on, because I've done the Echo Hunlef more than 20 times, I think. And the regular Corrupted Gauntlet 50 times. I'll get the Dragonfire Shield, and then I will maybe get Briarfighter's Staff and the Hill Giant Club. I'll maybe do the 10 Muddy Keys task. And then I will just get any XP tasks done that I have the resources to do. Especially if I can do them AFK. Smithing I can do AFK, just at a random furnace, not at the blast furnace. Fletching I could do. Crafting I could do. Fire making I could probably get to at least 25 million just with campfires. And yeah, I'll just get where I can and then finish off. But right now, I'm thinking actually, you know, as another thing as well. I'll talk about this in a second. That's what I was thinking of doing. And then I was thinking that I would just leave it there. But now I'm thinking I might not even do some of those. I might just kind of close the book here, leave this as like the final chapter, and not really go any further. Because, as I said, one of the problems with the League and with playing it constantly like I do is you sort of get other stuff that you want to do in your spare time, and you have to play the League instead, or you feel like you have to play the League instead. Obviously, I was never going for like front page of the high scores or anything like that. I just wanted to get the most out of the League while I could, and I think I've done that. And as part of that, I have been playing a lot and spending time that I would have normally spent doing other things, playing the League instead. And I'm ready to start spending that time on other things, I think. So, yeah. I might still play some more. But if I do, all I'm going to do is those things that I just listed. I'm not going to do anything exciting. And I've already got all of Musper's drops, so the only thing that I can get from Musper that I don't already have is the pet. I don't think Musper drops anything else, does it? Yeah, just the pet, because this doesn't count. That's the only thing that I can get from the 300 Musper kills that does anything, and maybe if I do the Corrupted Gauntlet a bit more, I will get... I'll get a Enhanced Weapon Seed, and maybe I'll get some more Crystal Seeds, and maybe I'll get enough Crystal Shards to start training my smithing and crafting with that by handing in the seeds. But probably not. So yeah, there's not going to be anything else that I do that's particularly exciting in the League. I'm kind of done with everything relevant, so to speak. I've got all the unique drops I'm going to get other than the DFS. I don't plan on doing any more superiors because I've already got all the related tasks. I've already got 50 million Stoics. I've already got 100 superiors done. I don't plan on doing Sire anymore. I'm kind of done. So yeah, that's why this is going to be the final. Like I said, I think this is going to be the final stream. And just as a bit of a retrospective, I'm going to talk a little bit about how the League's gone. I really enjoyed this League. I think this is one of my best performances in the League, getting to top 1,000 at one point, and I've been consistently in the top 1% of players for the League. It was the only times I really fell out of the top 1%. There were a few times during the first week where I had to take a break from playing for some reason, and for a night or something, there was the few days where my hard drive went down, where I had to fuck around with a new hard drive trying to get that set up and running disk checks and so on. So that was very annoying. But I think I fell out of the top 1% at some point around there. But yeah, it's been really fun, and thinking about what I've done and what I might have done differently, I think I think my Mastery's choice was perfect. Going 5 melee, 5 range, that was absolutely perfect. What the fuck is this sound that I'm hearing? Oh, it's a sound effect from this interface. Okay. Fair enough. We even ended up doing all of these. We got Zook killed. The first time I've ever completed the Inferno. I think the only Yeah, the masteries were perfect, honestly. There's nothing I would change about that. I did absolutely the right thing. Regions as well, regions were perfect. I intentionally didn't choose any rage regions or Valamog because I didn't want to do Colosseum, because I don't really like doing long-form content in Leagues. I don't like doing something that's going to take me 25 minutes or whatever. I'd rather just do stuff that takes only like a minute or two. Because doing things nice and quickly means you can quickly change what you're doing. And it means that if you're trying to get like a very rare item, you don't have to spend a long time doing like raids or something to get it. So that was perfect. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, regions were perfect. Relics, I do think that I would have done something differently. Because let's talk a little bit about some of my logic. I did talk about the logic for some of my relics as I was taking them at the time. But I didn't talk massively about it. Maybe I should, rather than this interface, maybe I should be using this interface. Because this shows everything. If it'll open. So, Power Miner. No, you know what? Actually, no, let's... I will just quickly mention in here, highest hit, 266. I can't remember what that was on, but I did hit 266 on something with the lightning bolt from the Kapesh when I was in Last Stand mode. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the relics, because I do have a little bit of regret with some of these, and I think I would have done something differently. So, Power Miner. I think that my logic for taking Power Miner was, mining sucks. Let's just not mining. Let's Power Miner. That will let me get mining experience way quicker and make me feel less pain when I'm training mining. And smithing is generally okay, especially if you have certain advantages. Like, you get quite a bit of smithing from Tirannwn, and if you have the max cape, especially because the max... Well, I didn't know about the max cape working as goldsmithing almost for this league. If I had, I would have known that I just had smithing in the bag anyway because of that. Although, to be fair, maxing smithing, you can't use the max cape because you're not max smithing yet. I've got a hair in my keyboard that's just refusing to come out. One's a bit distracted. That's really annoying. Where is this? Which key is it hiding under? Oh, there we go. Anyway. Mining is okay. Sorry, mining sucks. I didn't want to train mining. Smithing is okay, but a lot of the methods of training mining that suck get you smithing resources. And a lot of the ways of training mining that don't suck don't get you smithing resources, which is a bit of a pain. So I thought Power Miner kind of solves both those problems. Crafting, I didn't expect to have much trouble with crafting, because I knew that I was taking Fremennik, and Vorkath drops a lot of crafting supplies in the form of dragon hides. What I didn't expect, like I thought Power Miner might be useful for crafting training as well, because of the whole you can automatically craft gems that you get from rocks. But here's the thing: I grossly overestimated the XP rate that you could get from crafting by mining gem rocks. I was thinking to myself, mining gem rocks will be a good way to train crafting. It fucking wasn't. It was so bad. It's such a slow way of training crafting to mine gem rocks. It just wasn't even worth doing. Additionally, something that I forgot about is that in the time since last league, they changed Zalcano to actually be a good method of training mining. It now gives you a good chunk of mining XP. So you can actually train mining by fighting Zalcano, which you couldn't do before. And also, because I was taking Wilderness in this league, I was all but certain to get a Dragon Pickaxe, and with a Dragon Pickaxe, you can do Volcanic Mine pretty well, and that's also good mining XP. So I actually had access to multiple methods of training mining in this league that didn't suck. Which meant that, ultimately, the question was, would I have been able to train smithing well without Power Miner? Which I will come on to as well with when I talk about other stuff. So the question then is, what should I have taken instead of Power Miner? I think I should have taken Animal Wrangler. It would have sped up hunter training a little bit, but the most important thing is, fishing was my slowest skill to train. Animal Wrangler would have sped it up massively. And would have let me train it very easily AFK. I didn't need fish. Supplies weren't a problem at all. I used almost none of my supplies during this entire league. Like, I still have 1,800 manta rays. I've used almost none of these. 4,000 dark crabs. a bunch of wilderness supplies. I could have had way more of these, but I just stopped picking them up because I realized I didn't need them. 700 sharks, 7,000 carambulans that I cooked, 400 sea turtles. I didn't use it like almost any supplies this league because I didn't have raids in my regions. I was just able to total recall spam through everything. All of my PvEs were sold by total recall. So I didn't need the supplies from Animal Wrangler. But it would have got me fishing much faster, and it would have potentially let me go. I might have been willing to do 50 million fishing if I'd taken Animal Wrangler. And here's the thing about Power Miner as well. Even with Power Miner, mining is still not very AFK. Even when I was mining rune rocks in the wilderness, because you can only mine 4 of them without the gloves from Asgarnia, without the expert mining gloves, I was still not really getting very much AFK time out of what I was doing. If I had Asgarnia, then maybe Power Miner would have been the play. But without Asgarnia, I think I shouldn't have gone for Power Miner. I think Animal Wrangler would have been better. Lumberjack, I also think, is very underrated. I'm aware that it was the least selected relic from this tier, I believe. But this would also have been pretty good. I think the unique thing about Lumberjack is that because of the way trees work, clicking on a magic tree with Lumberjack would have been very AFK. And would have got you a lot of fire-making XP and a lot of fletching XP. So I think Lumberjack would probably even have been better than Power Miner. The key thing about Power Miner that I forgot was, firstly, as I said, Zarkano, and one other thing which I will get onto in a second. Lumberjack would have been a great choice. Now, Tier 2. I took Corner Cutter. And this was one of the least selected relics from this tier. My logic for taking this was sound. I don't think that I had bad logic in taking this, because I did the maths on this. Because of how slow agility is to train, and because of the fact that Corner Cutter lets you train it literally passively, for free, you don't have to do anything, you just passively get agility XP. I think that Corner Cutter, if you bear that in mind, trumps both of these. Both Friendly Forager and Dodge Dealing, because Friendly Forager only gets you herbs. It doesn't get you anything else. It only trains Herblore. And I had enough stuff to train Herblore via other means. Dodgy Deals, although it's really, really good at training Thieving, and although I took Tirannwn, and training Thieving in Tirannwn on Elves gets you a lot of Crystal Shards, which you can use to train Smithing and Crafting, you still save more time with Corner Cutter simply because Thieving takes so long to train. Sorry, simply because Thieving is so quick to train without any relics, and Corner Cutter trains one of the slowest skills in the game. There was a flaw in this logic. Well, not a flaw in this logic, but there was something that I overlooked. That thing that I overlooked is underwater agility. Mermaid agility thieving activity. Because what I didn't realize is that Dodgy Deals lets you train agility by stealing from the clams in the underwater area of Fossil Island, and guarantees that you don't fail to check the clams. And it turns out that is actually a really fast way of training agility. So not only does Dodgy Deals let you train thieving faster, it also lets you train agility, the slowest skill in the game, much faster. So given that, and also given that Dodgy Dealings really helps smithing and crafting in Tirannwn, I think the play would have been to take Dodgy Deals. And taking Dodgy Deals also then means that I no longer have smithing as a problem, so I don't need Power Miner as much anymore either, leaving me free to take Animal Wrangler or Lumberjack. So that would have been the play here. I think I don't feel bad about well, I do kind of feel bad about overlooking this, but it's such a niche thing that you wouldn't really think of. That I can't be mad at myself for overlooking this aspect of Dodgy Deals. I can't be mad at myself. I do wish that I had known that this was a thing, but again, I did logic out what the benefits are of these, and I did the maths, And based on the maths that I did, which did not include mermaid agility, corner cutter was the correct play. And if I had been going for front page, for long term 25 million XP, that would have been the play, I think. But because of that one thing that I overlooked, I think I should have taken dodgy deals. It would have, as I say, it would have really helped with crafting and smithing XP, because crafting and smithing trains very, very quickly with elf stuff. I know that from last league. Tier 3, I don't need to talk about that. This was an obvious choice. Tier 4, this was fine. Golden God let me get a few tasks very easily. It gave me access to effectively infinite money for the entire league. The only question is whether I should have reloaded into if I had instead gone for Animal Wrangler and Dodger deals, would reloading into Lumberjack have been better than Golden God? I think Golden God was still better. Because it meant that I never had to worry about mining, just literally the completely free 50 million magic XP, and being able to just AFK train prayer at an altar with just money was really cool as well. As well as having effectively infinite money meant that I could get 50 million construction XP. Golden God was kind of solving 4 problems for me. It was solving the problem of how do I train magic, how do I train prayer, how do I train construction, how do I get money. It solves all of them effortlessly. And one of those is not really as much of a problem for me with Wilderness as one of my regions, because I do have access to... Because I do have Dagonoth Kings in my region. If I had picked up all of my Dagonoth bones, I would have had 700 of them by the end, because they would have all been noted. And that means I would have ended up... And I would have had 300 Superior Dragon Bones, and... 700 Dagonoth Bones. But, here's the thing. Even if, with the 406... Oh, sorry, I would have had 600 Superior Dragon Bones, because Vorkath drops them 2 at once. If I had picked up every Superior Dragon Bone from Vorkath... Oh, sorry. So this is 75% of what I would have had from Vorkath if I picked up all of his bones. And that's still, with the Wilderness Altar, that's still only 7.7 million prayer XP. So if I had got all of the bones that he dropped, it would have been about 10 million prayer XP. And I reckon all the Dagonoth bones would have been around about the same amount. So if I had 900 Dagonoth bones, it's probably equivalent to 600 Superior Dragon Bones. So, well, I can't actually check. Yeah, 16,800 from a Superior Dragon Bone. 14, actually, it would have been a bit more. So, let's say this was 10 million. This would have been maybe 12 million for all of my Dagonoth Bones. That's still not 50 million. That's 25 million. But prayer XP is doubled. So, actually, it would have been more 60 million and 20 million. It's still... Oh, actually, no, hold on. So this would have been 50 million. This would have been about 20 million. So that's still 35 million, which is good, but it's not 50. So even then, Golden God still solves prayer in a way that having good prayer regions doesn't. So yeah, I don't really regret taking Golden God. I would have also got a lot of Dragon Bones. There was stuff that I ignored Dragon Bones for the entire league pretty much because I just didn't need them. Those would have got me some XP too. I don't know how much it would have been. Whether it would have been more or I don't know. It's impossible to say. But Golden God, I think this was a fine choice. I don't regret not taking Reloaded. Treasure Arbiter versus Slayer Master. This one is a difficult one to call because I did do almost all of the Treasure Trail tasks. The problem is I don't know. Firstly, I didn't get the 600 points from the Imbued Heart. Not having Slayer Master also meant that I had to keep on getting new Slayer tasks to do things like Revenants and Abyssal Sire and so on. It's hard to say how much time Treasure Arbiter saved me. Because the other thing that is, I got so many friggin' close scrolls. I probably didn't need this many. I definitely didn't need this many. If If I wanted to do the 75 Master Clues task, I probably would have needed this many. And it really helps get a lot of collection log slots. But did I need Treasure Arbiter? I don't know. It's really hard to say. Ten times more often. Maybe I did need Treasure Arbiter. Maybe I did need Treasure Arbiter. I don't know. It's very hard to say. Slayer Master would have been really convenient, but ultimately, I got 50 million Slayer XP. I could have ground the Imbued Heart. It would have taken longer, but I think this was fine. I don't think I need a Slayer Master. Production Master would have been cool, but again, I didn't need it. And the thing with Production Master as well is that it makes a lot of skills that would normally be AFK less AFK, which is not ideal. Total Recall was a banger. I do not regret not taking Banker's Note. I've talked about this before, but think about what regions I have. Wilderness, Frem Tirannwn. What raids? What content do I have where Banker's Note is better? I mean, thinking specifically about PVM content. Wilderness, all of the bosses in the Wilderness are non-instanced, so I can use Total Recall in them just fine. Not a problem. Like, Total Recall is way better in the Wilderness than Banker's Note because of the bosses being non-instanced, so you can literally just ignore their mechanics completely, not care about the damage you take from Vetion or Callisto or anything like that. Just face rush them. And because the Kopesh is in the Wilderness, the Kopesh is absolutely batshit crazy. And just being able to immediately restore a special attack for it was insane. So Wilderness, Total Recall just wins so much, so hard. But think about the other regions as well. Fremennik. What PVM do I have in Fremennik? We've got DKs. Instanced. Oh, sorry, not instanced. So why do we need Banker's Note? We can use Total Recall. And again, Kopesh go brrr. Echo DKs. Don't need resources for that fight. If you do the fight properly, you do not use food. You do not use prayer. As long as you have... I mean, when I had less than 99 prayer, I did use prayer potions. But once you hit 99 prayer, you can do the entire fight using the same combat style on all of the Dagonoth Kings, just using ranged without resources. You don't need resources for that fight. So, don't need Banker's Note for that fight. Total Recall lets you get back to the entrance of the fight immediately, restore your health, restore your special, get back in there. Total Recall still pretty much wins at Echo DKs. Vorkath. Don't need resources for Vorkath. He's pretty easy when you've done him a few times, especially when you have the 1000 Dragon Lord. You don't need resources for him. Total Recall still wins. Also lets you restore your special so that you can use a special on him in each fight. Banker's Note. You will eventually probably run out of inventory space of Vorkath and have to teleport out and run back. Total Recall wins when you have to do that. That's a very minor point. I think if you do not have Golden God, Banker's Note is maybe much better at Vorkath because you can note the Dragon Bones and not have to worry about running out of inventory space. And the fact that the Kopesh's Lightning Bolt does not work on Vorkath makes Last Recall or Total Recall worse than it would otherwise be, because you don't get as much value out of that extra special attack. But overall, I think it's kind of a wash between Banker's Note and Total Recall of Vorkath. If anything, I give a slight edge to Total Recall, because you don't have to use any resources whatsoever. But it's not really much of an edge. You also don't need Total Recall or Banker's Note for the task to stay in his lair for 20 kills or whatever. You can just do the kills. So yeah, Total Recall wins there. Tier 7. I think I should have taken Overgrown at Tier 7. I took Grimoire for convenience because it gave me Piety. I didn't think about Preserve when I took it, but Preserve was also pretty good for making my Super Combat Potion boosts last longer. And it's just really way more convenient to have Piety rather than have Ultimate Strength and the 2 Strength press, basically. But I could have just set a quick prayer to turn on the 2 Strength melee press. That's what I should have done. And just not take Grimoire and take Overgrown instead. And the reason I say that I should have taken Overgrown, although I did not need Overgrown for 50 million of farming XP, it would have just been really nice to have a constant supply of herbs, because I got so many herb seeds that I just never planted. I've got 150 Ranarr seeds. I have 120 Snapdragon seeds. I could use these to get lots and lots of Herblore XP. I could even do it now, because like these grow very, very quickly. These grow in the space of like 5 or 10 minutes, so I don't need to... I could do that. But it would have been so convenient to just have it happen passively. And same for like all of the other trees and stuff. I didn't need it for 50 million farming XP, but something that I even mentioned at the time I took the relics is Grimoire is one of the only relics here that does not solve any skills. Like, it does not contribute to your league points. All it does is make combat more convenient. I knew that when I was taking it, but I also reasoned that because I don't have enough farming patches in my region, it's not worth it to take Overgrown. But I think it would still have been worth it, because it would have meant that I could get 50 million Herblore XP. I would have grown enough Snapdragons and enough Dwarf Weeds to use with all the secondaries that I got, and enough Avantos. So I do think that Overgrown would have been the play here, just because of the seed saving chance, honestly. The seed saving chance is the biggest thing about Overgrown. But the fact that it also lets you passively just get herbs constantly is also good, even with only one herb patch. I think a thing that I will say is that I really underestimated the amount of seeds that I would get for Ranarrs and Snapdragons, because I did not realize just how many of these herb seeds that Wilderness bosses shit out. If I were to do this league again, I would have taken Overgrown instead of Grimoire. I don't think it's like a huge like bad thing. Like it's not like I really suffered from not taking it. But as I say, it would have let me get. I'm pretty sure it would have let me get 50 million Herblore XP. Maybe at least 25 million, if not more. Maybe 35, maybe 50. I'm not sure, but it would have definitely been better. It would also. I don't know if it works properly with crystal trees. But if it does, it would have got me a lot more crystal shards. And that would have meant that I can get a lot more... I can get crafting and smithing XP. So, yeah, I think I should have taken Overgrown. I still think that Pocket Kingdom is just unnecessary. Because just with regular Miscellanea, I got enough logs for 50 million smithing... not smithing. Fletching and crafting... not crafting. Fletching and firemaking. All I needed to do was just train the skill. And I still have three weeks of the league left. I have 3 weeks worth of regular miscellaneous stuff to collect. I didn't need Pocket Kingdom. I would have got more herbs from Overgrown than I would from Pocket Kingdom. Finally, Last Stand was fine. It was okay. I think I should have taken Specialist, though. Because it would have let me kill the Muspah very, very quickly with melee, even faster than I already do. It would have let me kill Vorkath very quickly with melee, even faster than I already do. It would have let me kill Duke faster with melee than I already do. And something I didn't think about is in the Inferno, you get quite a lot of special attack back from this. So I could have potentially done melee Inferno if I got Specialist. And it would have let me do Fight Case faster as well, because I can spec the Ketzeks and then use all the other NPCs to just recover my special attack. I was thinking mostly with this about the 20% special and not about the 15% recovery. I didn't think about this third point. I was thinking more about this. Oh, I didn't even realize that all specials have 100 accuracy as well. So I would have, yeah, I should have taken Specialist, honestly. The main benefit for Last Stand was that it let me brute force the Inferno, which it would have been better if I had learned the Inferno and done it properly instead of choosing it with Last Stand. And as I say, the other thing is, Last Stand was fun. It's pretty fun seeing a 266 hit splat without even having Darox. So yeah, I don't regret taking Last Stand per se. I think it was a fun time, but I think if I was trying to be optimal, Specialist would have been the pick. Even though I do have Total Recall, so I can recharge my special instantly in instances, or in if I'm not in an instance. Sorry. I do still think that this would have been better. Also, I kind of just realized I didn't really finish going over Total Recall, but I mentioned Vorkath, Total Recall, and Banker's Note are about the same. But other Fremennik bosses. Duke, Total Recall actually wins at Duke because it speeds up the gathering phase because you can teleport directly back to the entrance. And it's actually faster after you kill Duke to total recall and go back in than it is to wait for him to wake back up again. So total recall is actually better at Duke than Banker's Note, because you don't need resources at Duke if you're just doing one kill at a time and then total recalling back to heal up your prayer and HP. And finally, Musper. Again, you don't use resources at Musper, so total recall is better because you can heal. And finally, Tirannwn. In my PVM in Tirannwn is just Gauntlet, which neither of these work in, so it's irrelevant. And Zulrah, which total recall is better in Zulrah because the Zulrah instance only lasts for one kill anyway. So just do a kill, or total recall back to the start, do it again. You don't need Banker's Note. So total recall is better for my regions for that reason. Banker's Note is better at skilling stuff, but for most of the stuff, total recall works very much the same way. People are like, oh, you can Banker's Note in a raid to like craft uncut gems, and I'm like, but I don't have any raids. It's like, well, what about other bosses? Well, I can just teleport to a bank and then withdraw gems and then total recall back to the boss and cut the gems if I want to. I wasn't doing that at all. I was just using broad bolts instead if I needed to do like AFK, like other stuff when I was killing a boss. But yeah. Total Recall just... There were also a lot of small things you can do with Total Recall. Like in Zalcano, just using Total Recall to get to the Imbuing Altar so that you don't have to run across the room after mining a rock. That would have been cool. Agility training. Like if you're doing like an agility rooftop course or something, you can find which of the two obstacles have the longest path between them. I'm just going to use Total Recall to skip the running. Stuff like that. There's a lot of very minor uses of Total Recall that people probably don't immediately think of that speed things up a little bit. However, what I will say is that if my regions had not been pretty much exactly what they were, if my regions had not been pretty much exactly Frem Tirannwn Wilderness, I think Banker's Note would have been better. But because of what my regions were, Total Recall I 100% think was the correct choice. So there you have it. That's my thoughts on the League. And as I say, this is probably just going to close the chapter, honestly. I might do some more bits and pieces, but I'm not going to do anything major. It's been a good one, and I look forward to next year. But until then, that's going to be me done for now. This has just kind of been a just chatting stream, honestly, more than an old school RuneScape stream. But yeah. That's going to be it. I have got other things to do. So yeah, thanks for watching. I just wanted to put out an update for the last week because I have been trying to make sure to regularly do this. I've even put a playlist of highlights on my Twitch channel, so that all of my League streams are like kept in posterity. And it's been a good one. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. And I'm going to resume my life as a bush.